Welcome back to the podcast. So today we're going to be exposing some of the worst fad diets. And in this day and age of social media, women in particular are getting targeted by these big corporations with huge marketing budgets to shove their products down your throats. But what you don't understand is these huge corporations profit when you fail and go back and have this never-ending revolving door. So I'm going to explain all of these different kind of fad diets that you may have tried. I wouldn't mind betting almost definitely have tried it in the past, and why you should maybe rethink your strategy the next time you're trying to lose body fat. Now, first you're probably thinking, who am I and why should you listen to me? So my name's Reese Hallard. I've been featured in Forbes magazine and Apple News for our transformations with the members we have. We've coached over 1,200 women to transform by this point. We've got over 200 video testimonials, and we only have 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. We've received nothing less than a 5-star review. So I'm kind of qualified to talk about this from a perspective of a weight loss professional, not an influencer, not somebody who just wants to push their own agenda, as somebody who has real life experience, worked with clients. And within Smart Body and Performance on our program, we have nutrition and training experts, we have psychologists, and we have everything women need to transform. So I'm gonna take my experiences over the last decade plus and share them with you, and why these companies you've probably heard of in the past may not be the solution to lose body fat. So we're gonna uncover these pretty fast. The first one is Slimming World. It doesn't match science. You take sin-free foods, right? Foods that you can have unlimited amount of. It doesn't take into account science, right? Because these foods that you can have unlimited amount of have nutritional value. It has calories, right? And when we look at the way we drop body fat, it's just calories we intake versus calories we burn. We have to burn more than we intake to lose body fat. There's no two ways about it, and every single diet just creates that deficit. So when we're looking at something like sin-free foods, if you have 150 apples, you're still gonna gain weight, right? And my favorite example is the banana versus the mashed banana. One has sins and one is sin-free, meaning one you can only eat some of and one you can eat as much as you like of. But surely when you eat a banana, you mash it in your mouth to chew it. And anyway, it don't make sense with science. So the first one on the list is Slimming World. Number 2 is Herbalife, another one that's very popular in the weight loss industry. Now, when we look at the psychology behind nutrition, when we look at actually being able to stick within a diet long term, you will feel satisfied when you eat. If you take all of your calories through a liquid, you're not gonna feel psychologically satisfied with your nutrition, which means your appetite is gonna be considerably higher. If I was to ask you the question, if you was to eat, I don't know, let's just say 100 blueberries, or you was to blend 100 blueberries in a drink and quickly drink it, which of the two do you think will satisfy you most nutritionally? Actually eating the solid foods, of course. So if you have a diet that is just smoothies, it's not gonna fulfill the whole of hunger, which means your hunger hormone ghrelin is gonna increase and you're gonna wanna eat more. That's when you get a couple of weeks in, you binge, you eat loads of extra foods, and then you go off track, you go back to square one and go, oh, Herbalife worked last time, I lost a little bit of weight, okay, I'm gonna try that again. And it's this never ending revolving door. People also think that if they blend the foods up, it's got different nutritional value. It's exactly the same. If you have a meal or you blend a meal, they have equal calories. So it doesn't change the fact that you're gonna lose weight faster. It makes no difference, right? Arguably, it could be a little bit worse because you're not actually going to be taking the nutrients in as well as if you have solid foods, but that's another story. The next one, Weight Watchers, another super popular one. And the point system within Weight Watchers is the fastest way to build a bad relationship with food. The second you start labeling foods as good or bad, you're going to build a bad relationship with food and not transform. You don't want to go to, I don't know, date night or out with some friends for a meal, and you're looking at the menu going, can't have the pasta, that's what carbs are bad. Oh, no, that one's got avocado, avocados are great. There's no such thing as good as bad or bad food. There's just some foods that are slightly better with more nutritional value than there is others. But that doesn't mean you have to label them good and bad. And a point system just has you looking at certain foods as quote unquote bad. And that's gonna mean that when you get super restrictive, which is one of the easiest ways for you to go backwards, when you get super restrictive with nutrition, again, It'll work for a period of time, then you'll go straight back to square one. One of the funniest things something that I saw on somebody commented on a reel when on Instagram. My Instagram's at Reese Hallard, if you wanted to check it out. Someone commented and said, oh, Weight Watchers is great, because I was saying Weight Watchers. They said Weight Watchers is great. The first time I lost 2 stone, the second time I lost 3 stone, and the third time I lost 1.5 stone. It's worked for me every time. So then my question was, why have you had to do it 3 times? If Weight Watchers is so great, surely you would have got the result and been able to keep it. So it kind of proved my point, right? You lost 3 stone, gained 3 stone, then you lost 2 stone, then you gained 2 stone, and then you had to lose the last 1.5 stone. Not sure where the person is now, probably regaining, right? Because the model is a revolving door. They want you to fail to come back. And where it don't match science, it's exactly what happens, right? And then we've got Beachbody. And this is when we look at, slick marketing, like the photos got James Bond in Casino Royale walking across the beach. It's a great name, Beachbody. They've trademarked an amazing name. And the problem is it's generic, right? If you follow a generic program, you're not going to get results, right? Like, just simple, you won't transform. And there'll be a small percentage of people that do, but that minority isn't the majority. The majority of people need something personalized. They need methodical course corrections along the way to help them actually get their results, to optimize their metabolism, their hormones, their sleep structure, their stress, reducing their cortisol slightly, their resistance training program, their social events, their career, their nutrition, their preferences. The story goes on, right? So you need to have something that's slightly more personalized. So you're probably asking, how do I transform then? You've done a video saying what won't work. Right, that's great, but what does work? If you want sustainable results, so you're not in the 92% of people that rebound after they diet, and the reason is because of all the reasons I just shared with the other fad diet companies. If you don't want to be in the 92% of rebounders, here's what you need to do. Don't over restrict yourself. Try to follow an 80-20 rule. 80% of your nutrition through nutritious, high quality foods. 20% through enjoyment. Some quote unquote junk food. Don't look at it as junk food because then you build a bad relationship with food, but foods that you enjoy, treats, chocolate bars, whatever it may be. So you feel like you can stay consistent long term. I have chocolate every single day and I'm in great shape, right? Our clients, they eat stuff like chocolate or crisp, or they enjoy a glass of wine on the weekend. Guess what? They're also in great shape. We have a 97% success rate for members who come through the doors. So there's a reason why, right? We know what we're talking about. The second thing is thinking that weight loss is a straight line. In actual fact, weight loss is a staircase. You're going to be doing well, small plateau, etc., right? And that's just the way it happens. That's just the way life is. You could have a crazy busy work schedule. You could be falling under the weather. You could have hit a natural plateau, right? Because when you lose weight, it's not gonna, it's like that saying, what got us here won't get us there. The same method ain't gonna take you all the way from a size 16 to a 14 and then a 14 to a 12. There has to be changes. You're lighter. Your lifestyle's different. Your training capabilities are different. You're gonna hit your inevitable plateau. You might need to spend a bit of time increasing your calories, having a diet break, optimize your metabolism before you go back into a diet. It's different for everyone. You need your methodical course corrections throughout the transformation journey. Then you need to have a plan that actually keeps you motivated long-term, and AKA a plan that works. If your plan is working, you will stay consistent long-term because you look in the mirror and go, damn, I feel good, right? If you look in the mirror after 16 weeks and you go, fucking hell, nothing's changed, right? You're gonna get demotivated and go straight back to square one. So you need a plan that is gonna optimize your metabolism. Then the next one is obviously avoiding the fads and gimmicks we just went through. Then you wanna avoid low-calorie diets. So if you're crash dieting, 1100, 1200 calories, you'll experience metabolic adaptation, where over a period of time, your metabolism slows down. So you move considerably less. Your metabolism slows down to protect vital organs. It's a quote unquote survival mechanism. It's not called survival mode. It's just a mechanism for us to store more calories to protect vital organs. So you slow down, aka your metabolism slows down, which protects vital organs. So you burn less calories each day. And not to mention, your health takes a plummet. For women, you may lose periods or, whatever it may be, but it's very bad for health, but also enjoyment and energy. You go to the gym feeling like a zombie, you ain't gonna wanna train, or you won't train hard. Muscle declines and therefore metabolism declines. Again, you hit the inevitable plateau. So, crash dieting is a one-way ticket to a plateau and a rebound and shit health. Then you need to understand the bigger picture. Everybody thinks, you know, transformation is training and nutrition, but it's so much more than that. It's training and nutrition, of course, but then you look at stress. You know, if you're super stressed and therefore you emotional eat, or you increase ghrelin, your hunger hormone, and you increase your appetite, and then you eat loads more, right? Or sleep. If you're sleep deprived, most of your weight loss will come from muscle. If you lose muscle, your metabolism slows down, you lose strength, bone density, joint health, etc., right? And then you've got activity, hydration. All of these things come into play when you're looking at a full-blown transformation. So I hope you found that useful. If you want to find out a little bit more about what we do, no pressure, you can see a video below. It just shows you about Smart Body Performance, who we are, who we've worked with. You know, we've worked with celebrities, high-end corporate clients, and everyday mothers. You know, we transform women. That's our bag, that's our bread and butter, and we help them keep their results for life. And we have systems in place that gives you lifelong support as well, as opposed to the revolving door method of a Weight Watchers, for instance. So I hope it's useful. Make sure you try to avoid the fad diets if you want to lose weight in 2025 and keep the results off for life. Make sure you subscribe, because I'll be releasing videos like this every single week to help you on your transformation journey.